Welcome to An Alternate Hugh. I'm Hugh Anderson, and this is some of what caught my attention this week. There's a major difference between the not-so-great recession of 2008 and the pandemic-induced shutdown. The following is an excellent summary from Brian Westbury. And here's a bit of trivia. I grew up in a town on Long Island called Westbury. Imagine that. So let's review. Downturns equal recessions, and upturns equal recoveries. So combined, they equal the business cycle. The last 15 months do not equal a normal business cycle. Governments around the world forcibly shut down their economies and prevented their citizens from working. This displaced tens of millions of workers, severed critical supply chains, and put so-called non-essential businesses out of business. You know, the people who label a business non-essential never sign the front of a payroll check. Never. Governments tried to spackle over the mess they created by printing and borrowing money. This helped to mask the damage, but damage it was. The U.S. is currently short 7.6 million jobs compared to the month before the shutdown. Yes, we're currently seeing a lot of so-called spending activity as the economies reopen, and the numbers appear to be surprisingly robust. Retail sales have increased about 52%, and 10% annualized over the last 2 years. This compares to about a 3.6% growth rate over the prior 5-year period. But are you looking for home furnishings? How about other items? As a country, we're very used to almost instantaneous fulfillment of our every woman wish. Now frustrations are mounting. So why is that? The supply chain is broken. Whether your stuff is stuck in Egypt on the Suez Canal waiting for the $900 million ransom to be paid for that stranded cargo ship, or factories can't get enough workers to come back to work, your patience will be rewarded eventually. Maybe. Well, we hope so. Government spending does not create wealth. You do. Government spending creates spending, or more accurately, consumption. It looks impressive, but doesn't amount to much. Kind of like the empty Doritos bag. Lots of calories, but empty calories they are. Or so I'm told. Westbury reminds us that Henry Ford raised his workers' wages not necessarily out of altruism, but to make sure those workers could afford to buy his cars. Very smart man. The 2021 version of Ford's plan is beyond warped. Instead of paying people to work and then buy goods, we're paying people not to work and buy stuff they didn't make. Wonder why you can't find what you're looking for? So we have an economy that is finally reopening with a lot of money being spent on benefits to millions of idle but able workers waiting for the benefits expiration bell to ring to go back to work. Sounds like grammar school recess to me. So what did Shakespeare say? It's a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I think that about sums it up. After the sound and fury of the shutdown and subsequent so-called government intervention, we'll see where we land. So that's it for this week. I wish you much health and happiness and prosperity, and try to stay away from the sound and fury. Until next time.